Dreadlock Rasta. Okay, I couldn't wait for this one. I could not wait for this. Someone sent me this book on how to overcome OCD. I know nothing about it. I ain't never got a book kind of like this. Oh, my lady kind of put it on my Amazon wish list. Y'all don't know right now, man. I don't even know there's all types of emotions staring up right now because, I didn't even know these type of things fully existed. I'll be honest with you. I didn't even know these things existed. But I'm about to spend the rest of my time trying to figure out how to overcome this. Every book's getting paused. Sorry. This is the book. Yeah. If you didn't know, I've been teaching myself how to read. I also suffer from severe OCD, intrusive thoughts, deep, dark, intrusive thoughts sometimes. Some things that just, honestly, man, sometimes I just, it seems so unreal, because I'm a strong-minded person, and this is something that I didn't even know I had. I just lived with it, but it's caused me so much damage in my day-to-day life. So thank you, uh, Katie. I think her name is. She sent me this book. My lady put it on the wish list on Amazon, and she looked out like this is just deep because I didn't even know she put it on there. I know nothing about this. I'm about to dive into this. This is scary. I'm about to literally teach myself how to read. I set up a whole new station. Like I got, I set up a little spot because I was like, there ain't gonna be no excuses. Like I don't know where to begin. I'll be 100% honest. Like I'm just gonna do this. So I got my music on my ears. I might even put something more peaceful on or something because I just might want to like really get into this. So yeah, guys, if y'all want to get down with me, get down with me. We're about to do this thing. I'm about to do this thing. I might just keep Bob Marley on just because I'm scared a little bit. I ain't gonna lie, I'm scared. I got my highlighter, so I'm gonna be highlighting some stuff as well. I don't even know where to start. The book is called Recover Today from OCD and Intrusive Thoughts. This is amazing because I can read now, so this is gonna get a little spooky for me. I never got this type of help. I had a therapist. I just got a therapist maybe a week ago, but I thought the insurance was gonna cover it, and it didn't. It was like 100. They got me down to $100 a session. I can't afford that. I can barely afford dang gas in my car. So I was like, listen, like, I had to cancel that. He was real butthurt over it a little bit. I think he kind of was just like, hey man, like I'm a little bent out of shape that you can't really do the therapy. I was like, oh, I'm bent out of shape too. I can't afford it. So who can afford $100 a session? It's a lot of money. So today I was just chilling on the couch, and they dropped this book off, and I was like, what? I was like, and my lady was like, I put that on your wish list. And I was like, what? So it's on my Amazon wish list. She was like, yeah, I put a bunch of OCD books on there. Maybe you could read them and find something else. So this is the book, OCD. And I'm going to be honest, I'm scared right now, man. I don't want to even dive into this. I don't know what I'm about to find out. I don't know what I'm about to do. I never did this. I've never read anything about this. I've seen a couple YouTube videos that I would watch and stuff, but this is me studying and teaching myself how to maybe overcome a mental issue. This is dark. It's some dark stuff, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's some dark stuff. So we're gonna go in. We're gonna do what we do. Y'all gonna see it firsthand. I'm pausing all books. Nothing's getting read until this one's completely done. Because this is the most important thing in my life right now. I want this going. I want this understood. I didn't even know I had these things. Like I was living with this. Like, and I can live happier. So we're gonna dive in. I'm gonna be my own therapist for the next who knows when. Recover Today from OCD and Intrusive Thoughts. A straightforward Stephen 7-chapter approach on managing intrusive thinking and to gain back your life, joy, and freedom. I know there's a bunch of people who've been following me on OCD. If you know about this book, cool. I hope you have it. If you don't, follow along and maybe we can do this together. This is what I'm about right now. So, let's see what we got going on here. Okay. So this is the table of contents. It's an introduction, overview. Chapter 2, surprise, it's your OCD. Chapter 3, effects on friends, family, and relationships. This is going to be dark because I'm going to find out things about me. Chapter 4, not alone, acknowledgement of thoughts and feelings. Chapter 5, ready, set, go. Chapter 6, OCD, intrusive thoughts into productivity. Chapter 7, The OCD Waltz. Okay. Introduction. There are many beliefs about obsessive compulsive disorder, OCD. Every day, things that come to mind are excessive hand washing and tidiness. This view is, however, a silver of the full scope. Yeah, I can tell you that. OCD and intrusive thinking are much more complex and challenging to manage. People walk around with a lot on their mind, and others are unaware of their pain and anxiety. That's me. uh, Symmetrically arranging your closet doesn't make you happy. Wiping down your home with bleach 7 times a day is not fun. It is harmful behavior, not only for the soul, but for the body. OCD is difficult for family and friends to understand. The world would be a better place if we could spend some time in the minds of others. Let's do just that by looking at a few quotes from people suffering from OCD. Sculpture, I don't know that works, but 2015. OCD is like having a bully stuck inside your head and nobody else can see it. Yeah. Chrissy McDermott. You lose time, you lose entire blocks of your day, yeah, to obsessive thoughts or actions. I spend so much time finishing songs in my car before I can get out, or redoing my entire shower routine because I lost count of how many times I scrubbed my left arm. Wow. So it's so wild to even know that other people are going through this like this. Like this is just ugh. Like I'm so sorry for people who have to go through things like this. This is just it's not fun. It's not fun. Okay. Make sure. Alright. Alright. A physical sensation crawls up my arm as I avoid compulsions, but if I complete it, the world resists itself for a moment, like everything will be just fine, but only for a moment. Marty M. Barlinger. Picture standing in a room filled with flies and pouring a bottle of syrup over yourself. The flies continuously swarm about you, buzzing around you, around your head, and in your face. You swat and swat, but they keep coming. The flies are like obsessional thoughts. Obsessional thoughts. You can't stop them. You just have to fend them off. The swatting is like compulsions. You can't resist the urge to do it, even though you know it won't really keep the flies at bay more than for a brief moment. All right, this is gonna be a little rough. Okay. I think it's possible to write a whole book on OCD just using the thoughts of people with OCD, especially considering how much the last question really it hits home. It's beautifully descriptive and personal. It gives us a glimpse of the loss and hopelessness that many people live with. However, the objective of this book is not to deflate anyone, it's to provide information, promote awareness, and give hope to those suffering from OCD, their loved ones, and friends. It can be a very lonely road, but it needed be. There is so much support and inspiration out there. Awareness about OCD and intrusive thoughts is valuable, and understanding the conditions and how to help people regain joy, freedom, and comfort. Everyone deserves to live a happy and meaningful life. Awareness is also fundamental because loved ones know there is something amiss, but they cannot put a finger on it. Often, even the person with OCD doesn't realize how much they are affected. Without proper diagnosis and treatment, people go through life losing valuable relationships, breaking down their self worth, and feeling ashamed of their crazy behavior, rituals, and thoughts. Little do they know that they are not crazy. Slightly their brains function slightly different from everybody else's, and they are more sensitive to thoughts and feelings. What the freak? This book aims to provide practical tips and strategies to deal with OCD. We start at the very beginning, thoughts and feelings. We address where they come from, what they are, what they mean, when you have them, and why. The end result is knowing what is wrong and how to manage it. Mental health problems are no longer a shame to discuss. The only shame is not seeking help. Therapy and support from loved ones are within your reach. Just reach out. Don't be afraid of medication either. Consider all the resources available to help you recover. Remember that dealing with OCD and intrusive thoughts is a lifelong journey, a learning and managing. The wonderful thing is that there are support groups online in communities, chat groups, blogs, podcasts, and the list goes on and on. Stories from like minded people give us perspectives on our own experiences and how we deal with them. This is wild because like I couldn't read. How the heck am I gonna find a blog? I'm like, now I can read so I can find things, but I'm like, man, this I had to learn to read first to just get to this part. I'm like, man, this is like steps. Don't wanna wait in vain for your love. Okay, I want to share a short story of a friend who suffers from mental health issues, including bipolar, I anxiety disorder, and OCD. The aim of this story is to help people understand that this is the day to change their life, not tomorrow or the day after, but today. Since she was a child, Joanna knew that she was different. But 30 years ago, when a child was obsessed with cleanliness and wanted everything to be just right, it was ignored, being either very happy or very sad, and irritable was perceived as being different. She experienced trauma from her parents, divorce, moving across the country, and living in an unfamiliar environment. Well, shoot, if that's all you dealt with, I can't imagine what's going on in my head. What? I'm like, yo, so that's trauma? That's trauma though. But I'm like, wow, I can't imagine what caused my OCD. Wow. Intrusive thoughts about death, sexually, sex, death, intrusive thoughts about death, sexuality, and the meaning of life made normal life difficult for her as a teenager. She graduated top of her class, but in her 20s, she lost the willpower to be perfect. After a short lived marriage and having a child, OCD ruined her relationship and affected her career, debilitating her fear and thoughts against her moral and values made her feel confused and lonely. She had no hope or explanation other than believing that she must be a bad person. Over, yo, this is me, bro. Not bro. I'm just used to saying that word. I think it just came out so fresh because I'm like, this is wild. I don't even know if I want to do this. Here you go. This OCD. Oh, it don't want me to learn this. It knows I'm about to get strong. Mm. You ain't gonna beat me, bro. Okay, let's get it. Okay, let's do this. Okay. Okay, where we at? Years she lost herself. Okay. She had hope. Hold on. Fear. Ruined her relationship, affected her, debilitating her fears. Hold on. Marriage. OCD ruined her relationship and affected her career, debilitating fears and thoughts against her morals and values, made her feel confused and lonely. And I know that she had no hope or explanation other than believing that she must be a bad person. Over the years, she lost herself. Alcohol did that too much. Offered temporary relief, and yeah, it did. It helped a lot in that way, temporary relief. And after more than a decade of coping this way, decade. I did it from like 18 to 37. Wow. I just kicked alcohol like 2 years ago. I didn't even know it was a part of it. Um, so I guess I was an alcoholic too. Yo, this is crazy. I was an alcoholic too. I knew that though. I could just basically see that. I just kicked alcohol. I haven't drank alcohol in like maybe almost 2 years. I will not touch that. That's, oof, no. Okay. Over the years, she lost herself. Alcohol offered temporary relief, and after more than a decade of coping this way, she found a psychiatrist who made the correct diagnosis. But why did it have to take 40 years? Oh, mine's took me, well, now, today. It's the first time I'm about to get in. Today. So it'll be 30. How old am I? 34. I stopped counting because I don't even know right now. 34. It took me 34 years to get this book, and now see what's going to change. What would it do to me? I don't know. Okay, but why did it take 40 years? Her biggest source of inspiration today is knowing that her brain functioned differently and that her behavior and struggles were significantly affected by mental health and OCD. Nobody needs to suffer for that long. Mm, thank you. Before taking the first step of this difficult journey. See, I've been just doing my own thing, teaching myself how to become whatever. Before we proceed, I want to share some of my background as a foundation for our journey together. Let's do this. My name is Christopher J. Lopez, and I started my musical career as a drummer when I was 19 years old. I moved to Southern California. What? What's up? In a pursuit of this career, realizing soon after that I also had an interest in professional banking. Today I am successful in both music and finance. I am also married. I love animals. My pet family includes four cats, two uh Juina pigs, and four chickens. I currently reside in the state of Washington. So, why am I writing this book? I have dealt with OCD and intrusive thinking since I was a teenager. Oh, he had OCD. Let's do this, baby. He had OCD and wrote a book and became successful and moved to Southern California. I was a teenager. After therapy, this multiple counselor and psychiatrist, I felt the need to do extensive personal research to become an authority on this topic. I have a passion for understanding the conditions and cultivating the tools to live a fulfilling life. And after all the research and reflection I've done, I need to share the knowledge of a life with you and deliver hope to any and all who need it. Let's do this. I need it, baby. I need help, man. I'm about to have a son, man. I can't put this on my son. This is why I'm going so hard. Like, I can't. By the way, thank you for the shirt. Someone sent me. The book was better. I went. I want people to realize that they are not alone. Thank you. That there are tools to regain self love, grace, freedom, and joy. You can break free from your mental prison and take back your life. Yo, this is dope. And understanding the fear and pain of OCD and intrusive thinking from my own personal experience will hopefully allow me to help prevent suffering and pain in the lives of others. As an author, I am invested in the reader's well being and want to elevate their loneliness and shame. There is hope for everyone to live a normal, prosperous, and peaceful life by accepting that they are only human. This is the first and most critical step in achieving personal growth and happiness. Thank you. Thank you. Whoever likes the shirt, they said, oh my God, you're beautiful. Yo, thank you. You're a beautiful person too. Reading is opening up a new world of possibilities. So yeah, what are you reading today? I'm reading a OCD book, and I'm gonna be reading this probably until I know. I don't know. I'm trying to get better, but I'm trying to get better. Chapter 1: Getting to know your brain, understanding obsessive compulsive disorders (OCD). I'm scared. I do not want to be reading this right now. I'm scared. I have severe OCD. I do not tell people or show people this part of me. I'm telling you right now, I am freaking out right now inside. I'm probably gonna have a freaking mental breakdown after this, but I do not care. I'm having a son in about a week, probably. Who knows? I don't know. I have severe OCD, and I've always had it, but I just lived with this, and I've ruined so many relationships. I ruined so many people's lives and so many things in my world. And granted, people had their own ways and they put their own ways on me, but I've been alone for a while, and I've been with an amazing, partner of mine now, and I almost even ruined that. Like, granted, people have their own ways, but my ways seem to trump, like I don't know, like overdo their ways, and this can no longer happen. Yeah, this can no longer happen. So we're reading about OCD, and I'm going to teach myself how to become better. I'm going to be my own therapist. I can't afford therapy. My lady put this book on my Amazon wish list, and someone sent it to me. As soon as it came in and I seen this, I said, I'm not reading nothing else until I finish this book, because this is the most important thing in my life. So let's get it. I'm scared. Whatever, man. I don't even care. I don't even care. I don't know. The freak am I doing? All right. Come on, baby. You got this. You strong, baby. Strong. You strong. Overview. To understand OCD better, we need to explore some benefits and the influence of our brain has on our behavior. There is a lot more to OCD than one might think. The first definition is very straightforward and will work from there. Obsessive compulsive disorders. OCD features a pattern of unwanted thoughts and fears, obsessions that lead you to do repetitive behaviors, compulsions. These obsessions and compulsions interfere with daily activities and cause significant distress. Mayo Foundation for Medical Education in 2020. One might think it's easy to ignore obsessions altogether, but unfortunately, ignoring them worsens the condition. You may try to stop your obsessions behaviors and ease your anxiety, but doing this has the opposite effect. It forms a painful cycle that, when left unbroken, disrupts everyday life as the intensity of the cycle increases. So do the distress and the shame. Oh, this is rough. Thank you. Symptoms and causes of OCD. Obsessions, symptoms, and examples. It's possible to suffer from obsessive and compulsive behaviors, but that's not always the case. One can have just one or a combination of the two. The tricky thing about this behavior is that people deny the negative impact on their lives. Obsessive behavior symptoms are linked to thoughts, urges, and images that occur constantly and repetitively, which are uncomfortable or unwelcome. For the reason, anxiety levels increase and people use compulsive behaviors to try and try and offset the obsession. Before you realize it, intrusive thoughts can invade your positive thoughts. Oh, it's just making me tired. These intrusive thoughts, urges, and images are often linked to specific themes and are usually fear related. The most common themes are the following: the fear, the filth, or the germ, the fear of the unfamiliar, the need of organized items in a particular way, typically aligned, the fear of causing pain and suffering to oneself and others, thoughts of aggressive behavior, even if it's not your character, upsetting sexual or religious thoughts. The symptoms of obsessive behavior progress from the theme mentioned in the previous paragraph to obsessing about them. Common symptoms are the following: constant thoughts and contem. This is what the hardest part is about trying to learn. I can't freaking read these words. Doesn't make it easier to try to learn how to fix your brain when you can't read that well. Constant thoughts and contaminants on everything you touch. Worrying about not locking doors, switching off electrical appliances, and even returning home to double check. Oh man, I'm gonna need y'all help. I'm not even going front. This is why I'm on here, cause I don't want to do this, and I know if I'm on here, I'm on the hot spot. You know, I kind of gotta do the things. You know, so that's why I come on here. Other than that, I wouldn't be on here embarrassing myself. But this is important to me. I lived with this for 34 years. 34 years, 34, yeah, 42. I lived with this for 30, I still have it. Alright. Stressing when someone sits on your perfectly made bed or moving objects on your desk. Worrying about, oh man, having disturbing images or events such as driving off a cliff, thinking about doing socially unexpected things in public, fearing to greet someone by touching their hand and therefore avoiding social interaction. This is wild. Intrusive sexual thoughts and images, fearing behavior that will compromise value, morals, and religion. The fear of lacking things you need to survive or losing something of value. This can also lead to hoarding, being suspicious and constantly focusing on what could cause harm. I'm all over the place right now. Sorry, I'm trying. Compulsion symptoms and examples. Excessive thoughts and urges can cause a massive amount of anxiety. To alleviate the pain, there is short-term relief in repeating behavior or thoughts that seemingly protect you from your obsessions. Just like obsessions, compulsions are linked to specific themes. Here are some examples of themes. The need for excessive cleanliness and you know what? For once, I think I'm gonna have to turn off my music. Oh wow. That was 3:33. It's probably a good time. Wow. Maybe that's a sign sent to me or something. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. All right. Let's see. Okay. 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 All right. Let's. I gotta get my laptop up real quick. We're gonna put on something just like. Just put on something like that, you know. There we go. Put some jazz on. I love the shirt. Always true. Much appreciated. You're doing great. I'm constantly Googling words as I read. No shame in the game. And for sure. I appreciate how hard you work on yourself every day. You're doing great. I appreciate that. Repeating behavior or thoughts that seemingly protect you from your obsession. Just like obsessions, compulsions are linked to specific themes. Here are some examples of themes. The need for excessive cleanliness and orderliness. The need to constantly check everything that could go wrong. The need to count everything to create a sense of control. Sticking to a firm routine. The need to be comforted. The need to be comforted. To address the symptoms of obsessive behaviors, one can act on the themes to alleviate anxiety. This results in the following symptoms of compulsions. Oh, this is giving me a freaking headache. I don't want to do this. I think I'm. I don't know. Because I don't get it. My head's not getting them. It's not understanding the words. This is very, very frustrating. I'm not even this type of person, but as soon as I get into my fears and I start doing this stuff, man, it just breaks me down. I'm so angry right now. I ain't even gonna lie, y'all. This ain't even my style, but I don't like this. Alright. This stuff made me immediately tired. I can tell, like, I just want to go to sleep. I can just tell. I don't want to do it. I just want to go to sleep. Alright, well, then just set a goal, you know? Maybe just set a goal. Read to, maybe just read to a certain page. Just set a goal, maybe. I barely even made it. I mean, alright, now I feel good about this. You know what? What can I say? TikTok? You know, I'm human. You know, I try, man. I do my thing. I'm doing it. I'm just battling right now. Tired. I got tired out of nowhere. Just it hit me in the chest. It feels like, these words aren't making sense. Like a lot of them, it just sounds like gibberish, like everything else. I'm just, I'm reading it, but I'm not getting it. It's making me frustrated. It's like I want to be healed right now. But it's not gonna happen. It is what it is. Reading books that aren't fiction. I hear you on that. Alright. There we go. Alright. The need for excessive cleaning. I don't know where I left off. Sticking to a firm routine. The need to count everything to create a sense of control. Sticking to a firm routine. The need to be confronted. The address. To address the symptoms of obsessive behaviors, one can act on the themes to evaluate anxiety. This result in the following symptoms of compulsions: washing or scrubbing hands until they're sore. Some people excessively brush their teeth after each meal or drink. Establishing routine to check doors and electrical appliances to ensure safety, though there is no real threat. Being concerned about the safety of loved ones and constantly checking up on them. Constantly counting the sequence. As the severity of obsessive behaviors increases, constant counting becomes second nature. Other symptoms include tapping and irrational ritual or movements, comforting oneself with repeating prayers or phrases. All right. Meticulously organizing cupboards, sometimes all alphabetically or symmetrically. Symptoms of OCD can start as early as childhood, and it varies in severity from moderate to debilitating. The severity of symptoms is greatly influenced by stress and difficult circumstances. The more anxiety a person experiences, the circumstances. The more anxiety a person experiences, the greater the chances that their OCD symptoms will escalate. Importantly, there is a difference between being a perfectionist and having OCD. Perfectionists utilize structure to obtain results of success, though there is a fine line. If your behavior affects your well-being and quality of life, it's not just perfectionism. Professionals struggle with pinpointing the exact causes of OCD, but they hypothesize about the following three risk factors. Biologically, a lot is going on inside our brains and bodies that influences our thinking and behavior. Genetics might be an influence, but there hasn't been significant success in clarifying their roles in OCD. It's possible to attain obsessive behaviors by observing others. Exposures to OCD behavior can lead to naturally following the example, especially in close relationships like family. Well, we got through that. Listen, I'm gonna do my best. Intrusive thoughts and OCD. Overview. Intrusive thoughts are not a condition, they're normal. And in study in 2014, 94% of participants had experienced intrusive thoughts. Brennan, yeah, this is like mentally just draining me. I hate this. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I completely hate this. I do not want to do this. I do not want to do this. This is not fun. All right. Well, I'm trying to read this book on OCD. I'm gonna take a break. I'm sorry, I have to take a break. I hate this. I don't want to do this. Like, I'm gonna do it, but I don't want to. My brain can't function. All right, you gotta go off. And I just gotta be honest with y'all, man. This is the struggles of trying to get help for mental health issues. I don't know how to get help. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've had OCD probably my entire life. I've been dealing with this problem forever, and honestly, it's attacked my brain for 34 years. I try to get therapy, but can't afford it. Everywhere I go, they can't help. So, trying to do it on my own, you know. Only problem is, this is like a whirlpool of just pain in my brain right now. I feel like my brain is just being attacked. I feel like I'm just being like, I feel like somebody just grabbed my brain and put it in a full Nelson. You know, what the heck, man? Like, I got the book, you know? I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna try. Maybe I'll have my lady try to read it to me or something. I don't know. I immediately just started having a headache reading this book. Yeah. For a therapist that uses a sliding scale, reduces fees. I don't know what a sliding scale is, and I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I can't afford even gas in my car. So unless they gonna do it for $5 or something, and barely can even afford that, they ain't getting it. I'm not poor or nothing, but you know, I got kids. I got, you know, like everybody else. You know, no excuse. I don't need nobody's money, but I just can't afford a therapist. It just is what it is. You know, they're like $100 at the cheapest right now, and I can't afford it. And I had one, and they died. I just got one, and I paid them. I paid them $200. That's what I had. I had my last little $200 from my little job I had picked up. I threw them a couple bucks, and then I had to cancel. He diagnosed me though, so I got a diagnosis, and I have severe OCD. He diagnosed me. They put through a process. I finally got it diagnosed. So I was self-diagnosed just a little bit ago, you know. But after not just yesterday, he sent it in. But I'm doctor now. I'm diagnosed from a doctor. I'm gonna try to get some kind of welfare insurance or something, you know. But I'll be honest, they don't do much help with that stuff. They don't really give much help in there. I don't think. But I'm gonna try. I don't even know why I'm telling you this stuff. I'll be honest with you. You know, I just sound like a person who's up here just complaining, and I ain't got nothing to complain about. I'm a very healthy person, and I'm doing all right, but I just have a mental issue that I've just been trying to get rid of my entire life, and it's ruined everything in my life because of it. I didn't know it, but now I figured it out. I'm gonna pause there. I'm not done. I'm gonna keep up with this stuff. I'm gonna keep it on. I read enough. You know, I read something. It's not the reading. It's the fact that I'm learning to read too. So now I'm reading something that I'm trying to put into my brain, like to keep it there. And it's so hard. Like, it's like, and then the stuff I'm trying to put in there, it's like countering my thoughts. They're like, we don't want this. And I'm like, all right, but I gotta learn this. Like, come on. And now I'm trying to learn how to read, also try to process these words. It's like, this is why I never got help. This is why I never did it. Like it defeats you. Like you just feel defeated. Like, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's all it is. Learning about your OCD and trying to read new difficult terms. New difficult terms will shut your brain down. Yeah, it did. So y'all just got to see what it looked like. I mean, it was all fun and games when you're reading, fun stuff. When you're reading something. But when you start reading about you and trying to get you right, man, it break you down, man. It does some things to you, man. It just really got me messed up right now. Be kind to yourself. You are doing great. I appreciate that. I am. I'm gonna try. Remember, I still have OCD, so I'm gonna try. You know what I mean? I'm gonna try. It's a. I just want to let y'all know, man. Y'all not alone, man. If you ever going through anything, I just want y'all, man, y'all not alone. It's rough out here. It's rough out here in the mind. And you just top that off with all your other problems. So yeah, I really appreciate y'all. Appreciate everybody coming on here. I'm sorry. I'm about to, like, my head is just like, my eyes immediately just started getting, like, I think they even turning red. I'm like, immediately. My head's hurting. I don't know where to begin. I don't know what I'm reading. It's so new. And I'm like, I'm so mad because it's like trying to learn how to ride a bike or something. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know where to start. I gotta get this fixed, man. Gosh, I gotta get this fixed. All right. Well, hey, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know where to begin. It's okay to struggle sometimes. You're putting in the effort to have a healthier mind. I appreciate that. I don't know if my connection's good over here. Can y'all see? I said the connection was bad. I appreciate the positive words. I read. I did something. I gotta be happy that I did something. And something is better than nothing. I'm not done. I'm not done yet. I'm not done. I'm gonna do more. I'm gonna finish this book. I'm definitely gonna finish this book. Don't worry about that. Oh no, I ain't never giving up. I'm just telling y'all it's a struggle. Oh no, I ain't giving up. That's not even an option. That ain't ever an option. I'll struggle through my whole way. I'll crawl, I'll scratch, I'll run, I'll scream, I'll do whatever. I ain't never giving up. Never. None of that. Spun a Yui, lost a hubcap. Like, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I got y'all though. Trust me. I'm him. I'm gonna make it happen. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna beat this, I'm gonna beat this. I'm a motivational speaker, you know what I'm saying? And this is what it's gonna take. I'm gonna do what I do. I'm gonna get to where I need to get to. I'm gonna be who I need to be. Just unfortunately I got a couple little things that I gotta get sorted out before I can elevate to that next level. And right now, reading got me looking like I'm high or something, man. I'm all beat down. Like yeah. I don't know how to explain it, but my brain is like, ooh, it's not ready. It's ready. It's just not ready. If that makes any sense. It's ready though. I'm ready. I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it, baby. Let's go. Let's get another page in. Let's do it. Let's do another page then. You know what I'm saying? Let's just finish this left page. Let's do this. Intrusive thoughts and OCD overview. Intrusive thoughts are not a condition. They're normal. And in a study in 2014, 94% of participants had experienced intrusive thoughts. Broughton, 2020. These thoughts helped us anticipate threats and protect ourselves. Remembering to switch off the stove is important to perceive disasters. For instance, typically intrusive thoughts are fleeting and have no lasting impact. People with OCD experience intrusive thoughts differently, though, because they already have an underlying mental health issue. Linking a normal intrusive thought with an obsessive and compulsive brain is more severe because the thoughts don't just come and go. Normal intrusive thoughts versus OCD intrusive thoughts. The most significant difference between a normal and unwanted thought is not in the thought alone, but in how we react. One can think of it this way. When standing close to a cliff, we sometimes experience the cliff pulling us closer, or we think about what could happen if we lose our balance. A normal, intrusive thought would go as fast as it came. For the person struggling with OCD, there will be a real and significant fear and anxiety accompanying the thought. They might overreact because of their intense fear of losing control, and though they don't want to jump off the cliff, the fear of it happening is real and overpowering. The thought can become obsessive and severe. So much attention goes into that fear. Whoo! I'm proud of you, baby. You got that done. Did that. Page 12. Did that. Did that. Hold up. I ain't no expert, but I went from 1 to 12. So I read 12 pages already in 46 minutes, in 45 minutes. That's good. That's good. Another break. Another break. Oh, how the freak does a person become a therapist, man? This is a lot of darn reading, man. I envy you therapists and people who do this stuff, man. Y'all must really like to think about things, like read. I'm proud of you too. It sucks. All right. For those of you who don't know, I have a mental health issue. I have OCD. Probably have PTSD too. I suffered from severe OCD, and I was diagnosed. I went through the whole thing. I just did about a week's worth of therapy until I couldn't afford it anymore. I can only afford $200 worth. It's $100 a session, so I did 2 sessions in about a week. So, homie was cool. He was looking out. He really felt kind of, bent out of shape that me and him couldn't keep pursuing on the therapy. And maybe I should put up like a GoFundMe or something, man. Try to figure out a way to get some funding to get some therapy. I gotta figure this out. So this is my weakness, This is Superman had kryptonite, you know what I'm saying? I don't know about the other superheroes, but Batman had I don't know. He was just Batman, But people have their weaknesses, and that's what I'm pretty much coming at you to let you know. And this is my weakness. I suffer from mental health issues. I am a motivational speaker, and I will be able to help people to get through things and struggles. But my gift is resilience. My gift is moving forward. My gift is the gift of motivating. The gift of understanding that I cannot ever give up. The gift of the gift of gab. I don't know what I got that. I got that sauce. But I also got other problems. I got mental problems. I didn't know it as much, but in order for me to become the speaker that I want to become, obviously I'm going to have to tackle these challenges. I'm going to have to do the things I have to do to get to where I need to get to. So I just, the only reason why I'm on here right now, even just showing y'all this part of me or this side of me, because if you have somebody in your life, or if you are this person, you're not alone, man. Like, you're not alone. If you got somebody right now who's struggling to just learn how to read, or struggling to become better with their mental problems or whatever, just understand I'm with you. And, we're going to do it together. We ain't going to stop. This ain't ever going to stop. I just banged out 12 pages. I think I'm gonna stop there. I think I'm just gonna allow my brain to process what just happened. I don't even know what I read, so it's so hard because I got better at reading though. That's one thing I can tell you. Darn sure, I'm kind of surprised I even read that. I'm gonna be 100% honest. So yeah. Thank you so much for today. If anybody has anything they would like to say, if you want to chime in, hold on, let me put the. If anybody wants to chime in and If anybody has anything that they would like to say, thank you so much for today. Like I said, this is real. I just wanted to put out the real struggles of, me learning how to read and also dealing with mental health issues. This is what it looks like. There's nobody here to help me or push me or do anything. I got to do it alone. I gotta get up and I gotta come on here or go alone. And the reason why I come on here is to put OCD in an uncomfortable place so I don't back out. I wouldn't have read 12 pages alone. I wouldn't have did that on my own. I would have been backed out first page. But since I was on here, it got to 12. So it wasn't easy, and you seen what it looked like a young kid throwing a temper tantrum, and I'm 34 years old. But I don't even know what I'm reading. My brain can't fully get it yet. I'm not at that level, I don't think yet. I don't know. So all I want to do is let you know that this can't stop. We won't stop. I'm going to keep learning. I'm going to keep reading. I'm going to keep growing. But this is what it looks like. It's not just, hey, let's read. I'm so happy. No, it's not. This is a struggle. This is like someone learning how to ride a bike or learning how to swim or learning how to, whatever challenges you got, something you don't know how to do. You're a child who's trying to tie her shoe. You get stressed out. You just, like you lose it. You learning something new is hard. And this is, I still learn how to read and also learning about my personal issues as well. So just want to let y'all know I'm really appreciative of, you know, uh, anybody coming on here and giving any type of love and support. I really mean that. It really means a lot. Thank you. So